Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick Stadium, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. And while to some it may seem like a small blip across the college football landscape, this place has been the home to legends like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holtz, and of course, Saban. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on a team from the MAC, the Kent State Golden Flashes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Ball State Cardinals offense will have the first possession of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage.
Nothing but green ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Horton. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
With the catch, it's Davis. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and route.
The expressway is wide open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Cardinals are on the move. Run in the red zone, it's Davis. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys.
And that one is picked up in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Follows a good block there, picks up 3, he's out to the 9. Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. A 3rd down play to open up this quarter. To the air, it's Ulatowski. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Golden Flashes will bring the punt team onto the field. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Bought a little time, lets it go.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catch.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's out past the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Golden Flashes racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus.
Touch pass on the run.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Fires to the right. Ball in the air, intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Offense getting set for first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 35. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
If your defensive line cannot take on double teams, it allows linemen to get up into the laps of linebackers, and that's happening far too often right now, which is why this defense is struggling stopping the run.
At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And here comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, the running back has it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
And the Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Golden Flashes will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
They'll try to run for it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Golden Flashes will line up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Across the 45. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. That brings us to the close of the quarter, and Ball State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Past the 25. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, and the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. He's got him this time. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Now this offense is back on the field. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Golden Flashes want to pick up the tempo. They'll throw it on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He wants to throw it again. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Trying to get to it. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good.
You got all 3 timeouts left in your back pocket. You're down a possession here late in the 4th quarter. You do not have to kick an onside kick. If you trust your defense, you use your timeouts wisely, you can have a lot of time left on offense to go and win this game.
He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first. Off he goes! And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. He's taking the shot. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Now adjusting. And they get to him just before he scores. Run out of bounds at the 1.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next
touchdown Cardinals. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
20, Kent State, 6.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Ball State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
27, Kent State 13.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Here comes the offense on second down.
Timeout, Kent State.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. What a snag by the defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Kelly. He's going to fire deep. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
34, Kent State 13.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.